foundation of success. You're gonna break the cycle of losing, and you're gonna be excited about it, and let everybody know. You ain't in these meetings. It's God's word.
Let me see.
How you doing?
Thank you so much for tuning in. This is SheLovesThee, and I am live from SWAC Media Day. Um, just wanted to give you a couple of updates, and then a couple of people are going to come on and say a few words and speak. Um, it's a great day. There's a lot of folks in the house, and I am at the same table with Doc Holiday. We had the opportunity to interview Coach TC Taylor, Coach Alonzo Hampton from UAPB, Coach Kendrick Wade, Coach Dooley from Southern, and Coach McKinney from Texas Southern. So there's a couple of coaches that we were not able to interview just because they have to go on the main stage and do a interview with ESPN. But hopefully we'll be able to get in a couple of more interviews. My overall thoughts about the SWAC Media Day. It's really organized as far as what times coaches are supposed to do interviews. It's a great layout. I don't have any complaints as of yet. Our table was available for us to set up. Um, I'm excited to show you guys all of the interviews that I was able to do. Um, and there's a lot of social media podcasters, HBCU podcasters in here. The Blue Bloods is here, Ken Clark, um, MTMV Sports. There's so many different podcasters here, so it's always great to be able to see those people in person, live and direct. I did get a couple of people that was like, "Oh, you're that girl off Twitter." um, so I'm excited. If you haven't had a chance, take a look at the uniforms that they had available. What I want to do actually is I'm probably going to go to the main room and see who I can find because there's a lot of players that are kind of just standing around. And then they have the coaches on the main stage. if you have ESPN Plus, you are able to look at SWAC Media Day. There's a lot of other podcasters also live right now. We have HBCU Game Day. Doc. Doc. Come sit down for a second so you can get on my podcast. Grab a chair.
Oh my goodness. So we did. Oh, okay. Oh, you just moving that.
Yeah.
How about you?
Since we don't, I don't, probably got no more coaches for you.
We didn't.
People that we need to interview.
Who else? Doc, we live. Tell us a little bit about what you think about your first SWAC Media Day.
Well, my first SWAC Media Day, it was nervousness. But once you get to talking and speaking with the coaches, it's pretty much all, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much it gets easy. So my whole thing about it is just to watch and observe. And the best spot that we picked to sit next to is Zach from Blue Bloods. He's on the other side, but just looking at him and seeing how he does his interviews, the questions that he asks, the demeanor that he has, it's cool. I mean, I just learned.
Right, we're learning.
We learned.
We're podcasters.
Yeah.
This is our first media day.
So,
who did you feel like? Who was your best interview? The most exciting, or you were surprised by their interview?
So of course, the best interview I feel was TC Taylor from Jackson State. And it's crazy because, like I said, we were freshmen together. We came in freshmen together back in the 90s. And to see him take over the program that was, that he played for, and I just feel like he's the right man for the job. The most exciting one I thought was Coach Alonzo Hampton for Pine Bluff. Now, this man got a lot of enthusiasm, and he has passion for his program because he wants to see them excel. He wants to see them win. Another interview that we had, and I was surprised that he did it, was Coach Hugh Jackson from Grambling.
Why was you surprised Coach Hugh gave us an interview?
I mean, I wasn't surprised, but it's all love when it comes to the space when we get our pettiness on. But I feel like he is.
I was never petty towards Grambling.
No, but I just feel like he's doing. I think he's doing his job as far as trying to get his kids motivated and trying to get them going. He did say that the discipline was the biggest issue that he had last season, and it's going to be. I think they improve on it this season. So I just feel like that's what I see in Coach Jackson. Now, the interview I'm waiting on for
Who?
is Coach Willie.
Bring him over to the table.
I'm gonna bring him over to the table.
Are you gonna bring? You think he's gonna come over here?
Yeah. It's still a business, man. In a sense. So it's still a business. But at the end of the day, he's doing what's best for his team.
What questions are you gonna ask him?
Well, I'm not going to ask him any questions pertaining to what was going on because that's already been cleared. So there's no issue with that. I just want to ask some questions as far as pertaining to football. That's it.
Right.
Football, because everybody done got their rocks off.
Right.
Talking about, the rap video in the locker room and stuff like that. I just want to talk football.
Right.
And I've already told them we're still going to do our interview tomorrow when I get back to Dallas. We've already set it up, and I'm gonna try to get that going. But this is just gonna be a small impromptu interview, so we're just gonna talk straight up football. Tomorrow's interview is pretty much gonna be more in depth about who Willie Simmons is. But another coach I wanna get an interview with is Coach Maynard.
Oh yeah, Coach Maynard never came in this room though.
Coach Maynard ducking the Dodger, man. Come on, man. I gotta talk to from the hill, the people that represent Alabama A&M.
And we didn't get Coach Eddie Robinson either.
I'm gonna go kick E-Rob. So I gotta talk to the SID, Mr. Sington. If he's here, I'm gonna talk to him.
So basically, in order for you to get an interview from a coach, now like about 5 or 6 of them came into our room, and in our room there's virtually nobody set up in here, which is good because we're able to do our interview and not have to worry about people interrupting us. So and like it's only there's only 4 tables set up here, so it's not as loud. So it's good that we're in this room. But also I think we had how many coaches? 4 or 5.
So we had Coach Wade.
Coach Wade.
She interviewed Coach Dooley, so I ain't get to do it yet.
The best dressed coach in the SWAC.
So she interviewed Coach Dooley.
Coach Maynard, congratulate him on his Hall of Fame award from E.E. Smith High School. Thank you, Miss Lynn. He's gonna be like, oh, you did your research. See, y'all be dropping those little tidbits in the chat.
But I know you had Coach.
Yeah, so we need Coach Maynard.
We need Coach Maynard, Coach Woody.
Coach Woody. Definitely Coach Woody.
Coach Willie.
And Coach Robinson.
Coach Robinson.
So that's 4.
So we pretty much and Coach McDowell.
Oh. Well, all I see is people leaving. They going to lunch or something?
It should be at lunch out there, but we gonna be live. I'm gonna be live on my side too. But yeah, man, I just enjoyed this day. Even though I did get in like around 4 this morning, so your boy is running off of fumes because I drove majority of the way. The missus is at the hotel room because she has to work. But yeah, I just enjoyed everything about this. So we're gonna get set this up so we get our interviews, our podcast going, and you know what I'm saying, bring all the smoke. We still taking donations. Don't stop right here. We still taking donations. And we appreciate y'all for giving us the donations, and I can't say anything bad about it.
Can we grab somebody and bring them to the table?
Let's see who.
Can you grab somebody real quick, or you want me to grab them?
You get.
Okay, so if I go grab somebody, I need you to get the chair ready. So put the chair. We need another chair so they can sit down.
Oh yeah.
And then set your computer up. We can ready to grab somebody. Is that the commissioner?
You're not going to stand for these interviews. I'm going to sit down.
No, you want us to keep standing, or you want to sit down?
I
think it looks better when you sit down. Right?
It kind of do, but I like to stand up.
You like standing up? Okay.
So, but yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself set up.
I want to see if I could just grab somebody. Like, hey, come over here and talk for 5 seconds.
Oh, the other person I'm really trying to
impromptu
get is Andrew Body.
Andrew Body just went that way.
He tripping. I'm gonna tell his mama. I'm gonna tell his mama. How you do it?
Yeah. So set it up so that we can go live in like maybe 30 to 45 minutes. Blue, come say hi. We're all here. Scoot over a little bit. Let's see.
You got Man, you
Oh
look,
yeah, we are live with Blue from the Blue Bloods. So Blue, what do you think about SWAC Media Day? You went to SWAC Media Day last year. How does it compare to this year?
I think it's a lot more organized this year. Last year, like everyone was in here, and there's only like 2 rooms. This year, like, we got like 4 different rooms to go to. Everyone's got it's all organized better. So I think it's been good. I think this is a huge upgrade. We got a video board. I know that was a big thing people were expecting.
Oh, versus the wrinkled
Yeah,
banner.
but I also think something they did do. I don't know if many people know this. I don't know where they're going to release the video, but the room behind us is like an open style press conference for all the coaches, where even if you don't want to do one-on-one interviews, it's like SEC Media Day where anyone can ask anything, and it's just a room where they bring them up on stage. You can ask whatever you want. So I think that the transparency with the coaches is a lot more this year.
Oh wow. Anybody have any questions for Blue?
and like I said, I just been observing. That was the best thing he told us to do is observe and see what's up.
Mr. Campbell said you turn into Zach at these media events.
I take off the hat and put on the collared shirt. You know how it is, Mr. Campbell. But no, I'm looking for Maynard. I haven't seen
Yeah, we were
Maynard.
trying to
I haven't
Maynard.
seen Eddie Robb. I haven't seen Raymond Woody.
Raymond Woody, I think I seen him. I talked to him earlier. I didn't. E-Rob was in while we was eating breakfast earlier this morning. Maynard passed by this morning.
I heard he was in a maroon suit.
Yeah. You can't miss Coach Maynard with the ball head.
And what do you think about your interviews, or how do you think about? I know that we're actually in a room. We're in a room. There's actually only 4 people set up in here, but like Blue pointed out this morning, that's good because you're not going to hear all that feedback. Like we literally have one microphone and we're able to project. So Blue, talk a little bit about your interviews and how you think that went.
I loved talking to Alonzo Hampton. I think even though UAPB was picked last in the West, and it is what it is, but his energy, his passion for the program, his vision for the program, man, he laid it all out. And he would answer any question. I even asked him, I was like, how do you feel about being voted last? And he was like, we love it. He was like, we like it like that. But he was like, let's see where we finish postseason. Really liked chopping up with Coach Wade. I think we all are a fan of Valley. Of course, I got my guy, Coach Anderson, but it was finally good to talk to the head guy of the program. And McKinney's interview was a little bit awkward, but that's fair because he got a little bit mad at me for me saying there was a QB competition, and that's fine.
Who said that?
Coach McKinney.
Coach McKinney. So McKinley. So I get that, but man,
You said there was QB competition?
yeah, when they brought in the kid from Furman.
Oh, okay.
Early in the season, that's when Andrew was still hurt, but now he's healthy and he's a starter, and it is what it is. But it was water under the bridge. But
Right.
it was good to chop it up with Coach Simmons and Coach TC. I know that's the ones.
We didn't get a Coach Simmons interview.
I haven't gotten it yet, but
I didn't ask for one either. But
I
might bring him on. We might bring him on the live real quick. Hey, Coach Simmons, come on over here.
Yeah, I mean, he seems real confident. I mean, talking to him about because he's also the QB coach. So talking to him about the development of Musa was interesting because that's his position coach, and he just seems real confident. He thinks the wide receiving unit's reloaded. He thinks the defense is good. He thinks the defensive line is fine, even without Kamari Stevens and Isaiah Land. So I love how everyone is confident right now at Media Day, and it's going to be real interesting to see how it turns out this fall because we all know everyone can be confident here, but when we get on the field, I don't think everyone's going to be as confident.
Right.
Yeah, I'm out. The ones I want to see, like I said, the games I actually want to go to and see is, I know I'm going to be in attendance. Would be Jackson State, Texas State. That's on the 16th.
We need to find another coach.
Also, going to go check out. I want to go see. Blue tell me don't go see Alcorn and SFA. Even that's a 2-hour drive from my house.
Go see that. That'll be a good game. I don't remember what game I'm going to. I got to get my list, but I want to say I have a game already scheduled that week. I want to say it's A&T and Elon, but I'm not sure.
See, man, look, here in North Carolina, I can't even do that, man. I got to stay somewhere within like a 6-hour median range. Blue keep going to like the mountains of Montana.
Not yet.
Blue B going to the mountains of Montana and and Idaho, man. Like my man be on the road, bro. Hey, I'm just trying to be the 6 hour radius, 8 hour radius. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was the same weekend with Jack State played Southern, but
Yeah.
I mean, but like I said, it's also going to be Grambling play versus LSU that same weekend. It's pretty much going to be wild down there.
No
in
chance.
Baton Rouge.
No chance.
I don't think I'm gonna have to skip that. I'm gonna have to watch it while I cover go to Nacogdoches, cover Stephen F. Austin at Alcorn. Of course, I want to. I've already got an invite from the SID from UAPB and Coach Hampton to go check them out. And Coach Wade want Valley versus Jackson State. So yeah. She went to go grab a coach to see what do interviews and everything. So oh my God, she done brought.
Oh no, there I go. I thought I had something.
He said he got you.
Y'all, I thought I was gonna bring on a surprise.
She gonna get Andrew body up in the
He has to go on stage.
She had to get Andrew.
Dang, he was right there, y'all. He was right there. You want me to try to go get Coach Simmons? You go get Coach Simmons.
You go get him. Why you scared?
Because I be talking mess. That's why.
He talk mess just like everybody else. He a football player. He a football coach.
All right, so you want me to go get him?
You go get him.
Okay, I'm gonna go ask him. Can you set up the table?
I'm about to set up my table, y'all. You want to end this?
No, just stay on and then you can.
Okay.
No, I'm saying like put your chair.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna try another one. I'm gonna try to go get.
She about to try to work her magic to get somebody.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, we
haven't seen a bunch of them.
I think we
did about 5.
yeah, I think we did about 5.
So all the ones that came in here.
The tag team duo in the house, man. I like that.
Okay, so we're gonna just go live at
12:30. So we're gonna go live at 12:30. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my stuff set up, and we'll be right with you.
At 9:30, right? Let me know. Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, y'all. So this is what we're gonna do. I know we got 60 people in the chat. Now look. I was trying to catch some folks off guard, but it's lunchtime for people here. So they done kind of disappeared. And I was trying to catch Andrew Body, but Andrew Body said that he is gonna go live with us at 12:30. So what we're gonna do is Doc, you can set up the live so we can go live at 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go live at 12:30. And we're going to try to bring in as many like live interviews as possible. So 12:30, which is actually 1:30 Eastern because people are eating right now. So at 12:30, we're going to start doing student interviews. You got your stuff set up?
I'm about to do it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to get this going.
And they have a nice catered meal for the media. I know last year y'all was trying to act like we was eating hot dogs or something, or people were eating hot dogs at SWAC Media Day. Nice catered meal. Yes, you know, I had to be professional. I got my little media pass. So the one thing that I will say is the amount of people that are like, don't I know you from somewhere? Hey, you're that girl off of Twitter. Like, it's ridiculous. I just want to clarify. The Twitter fingers are a part of my social media personality. I know how to act professional. And we're going to go, dang, I don't want to get off the live. More people are coming in, then we have to build it up again.
You know what? The best thing about doing this is the fact that we got to meet a lot of our peers that's in this space right here, especially on YouTube and on Twitter. So, like meeting Stephen J. Gaither.
Oh, you met him?
Yes, I met him. He, the head man of HBCU Gang Day.
The one that we call on Twitter, when we're like going back and forth, we call it Colorado Game Day. But I need to see him. I need to meet this person face to face. I want to know. I want to see you in your face. Hey, how you doing? So Coach Dooley just got off of the stage, and I think Texas Southern is next. So basically what they're doing is they're having interviews with Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany and Jay
Tiffany
Walker.
Green and Jay Walker are doing various interviews.
Is it 12:30?
I think that's 1:30 our time.
Okay.
Or no, 1:30 Eastern.
So I'm gonna do 12:30.
Okay, cool. Do you need a thumbnail?
You got one for both of us?
I can.
All right.
I can just do the one that we already have and
Okay.
just do SWAC Media Day. Does anybody have any questions that you would like to ask? Now, y'all don't get on here acting up when we bring in the students and the coaches live. If you want to act up, now is the time. Ask questions in the chat. We're going to do ask the coach a question or ask the student a question. We'll be doing that live. So you'll be able to basically anything you want to ask them within reason, you can go ahead and do that. We're going to be bringing you live coverage all day long. Thank you so much for the support. I have a lot. Let me go ahead and actually say thank you to a couple more people who submitted donations. I want to make sure that I say thank you. Thank you to Mr. Walker, Mr. Barnes, Mr. Wells, Mrs. Wilson, Mr. Waters. Thank you all so much for your contribution to making sure that we're able to have a successful SWAC Media Day. Yeah, everybody's getting ready to start eating. They hangry. I had a night. What did you think about the breakfast?
The breakfast was good. I ain't gonna lie to you. The breakfast was good. The eggs wasn't that runny. The sausage, sausage links was good. The potatoes was banging. I had fruit to go with it, so I was eating healthy. With the apple juice, made me sound like I was a little baby.
So this will be like the student interviews.
We can do whatever as far as students, coaches, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like it just we good.
Okay. You can eat if you want.
And we got videographer, and we appreciate him for
Yes. So thank you so much for your contributions. We were able to get a videographer. So not only are we going to be giving you live coverage from SWAC Media Day, we also are going to be bringing you I lost my train of thought. Yeah, we'll be also bringing you some behind the scenes content and some professional interviews right now. So we're doing a mix. We're utilizing the stuff that we use at home, basically our laptops and our mics. And we were able to get a videographer to do some extra. You setting it up? I'm downloading it right now to send it to you.
Yep.
I think we should do the student interviews kind of like we'll put the 2 chairs in the middle, and then push. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna have to. Are we gonna be able to do that? I mean, 3 was sitting kind of tight, right? We just had 3. Okay. So maybe we'll just do 3.
So if you want to,
Yeah.
They,
'cause he
oh
got
yeah,
his-
they
'cause he got
fancy with the
his-
lunch. Y'all want me to show you the lunch?
You see, you don't think I don't need to use my webcam?
You can.
I just want to make sure. Because he got his, but, I'm a
No, so he's
so what I say is use it anyway, because that's just extra footage.
right,
Oh, okay.
right.
So use the webcam on my laptop and then still use my
Yeah, because
regular
if
webcam.
you do it, you can
As
probably get
TC, if he's
yourself
popping,
and
they're gonna
the
hang
person.
half $100 on
Okay.
if she
this
has
bill.
a cam, it just gives you more footage to work with.
Yeah. I
Now
The more you
look.
got to work with, the more you got to
Coach Woody,
play around.
do you want to come? Oh, great. We're gonna do a live interview now, then I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so if you
Y'all, we got a live interview
slide
for
this
y'all.
over
Okay.
so that he's right
Okay,
here
great.
in the middle.
All right.
So slide that over.
Bringing you live. This is breaking news.
Breaking news.
Yes.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Yes.
Come in. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do mine first. I got
Yeah,
you.
go
I got you. Thank you so much, Coach Woody, for joining me. We are actually live right now from my podcast. This is Head Coach Raymond Woody of Bethune-Cookman. Oh, sorry. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Coach Woody, I just want to ask you a couple of questions. Once again, my name is SheLovesThee, so thank you for doing the interview. What I wanted to ask you was, how has recruiting been going? Of course, you had to turn over that roster. Can you talk a little bit about recruiting efforts and the excitement building up for the season?
It's,
Is it just y'all team?
Yes.
You know what it is?
Go ahead. Sorry.
it's been going well. Having an opportunity to go through spring and use that as a measuring stick to kind of see some of the holes we had to fill. It's really been good. I mean, we getting the people that we thought we were going to get, and now they just got to gel together, right, and put a good product out on the field.
And you actually recently, I just saw yesterday or the day before yesterday, you got a quarterback commit
Yes.
coming in.
Yes.
Is he coming in for the fall to compete?
Yes, he's definitely coming in for the fall. I mean, as of right now, we're battling, at that position, and quarterback. I mean, you got to have a leader, So hopefully, here in the next couple of weeks, we'll come out with a guy. But right now, we don't have a number one guy.
And that seems to be like the sentiments with all of the coaches. Of course, the media is going to ask about who QB1 is, but for the most part, all of the coaches have said the same thing. So my last question that I wanted to ask you quickly was about the chemistry in the football team. So, you're coming in, you actually are a graduate of Bethune-Cookman, and you had the team to coalesce, and then of course the alum, and you had supporters as you transition into becoming head coach. Talk to me about what it means to you to have played at a school and now being the head coach, making all the decisions on it.
But it means a lot. I mean, obviously, BCU, like I stated earlier, BCU showed me a lot. You know, it helped shape my character, and being able to go to various of universities and colleges over the past 15 years, to be able to come back to my alma mater and share and give things that I feel like can help my alma mater. I mean, that's big time for me.
Thank you so much for that interview. Anybody have any questions for Coach Raymond Woody? I think Doc is going to ask you a couple of questions, so I'll get out the frame.
Okay.
And let him
All right.
do a little switcheroo.
Yeah. Okay. So you want me to?
Yeah, you'll be.
You good, Coach?
Okay, I'm good right here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. How you doing, Coach?
Doing well.
All right. So at first we got going on with Bethune-Cookman, all the issues that was going on with everything that happened. How have you guided the program away from those issues and just put them back on the right track?
Well, I don't know what's been going on. I mean, I'm just here, putting in work along with the rest of the coaches and putting a plan together, and I tell people all the time, you got to have a plan. You got to stand by that plan. You got to execute it, and if you do that, you will have buy-in. And so far, these players, they've been outstanding, as far as, coming in, looking at GPA, a little over 2 point. Now, a semester, with the new staff, they achieved 3.1 team GPA. So if I had to grade them, I mean, it'd be pretty high, as far as them being a student athlete, because, we build student athletes at BCU.
All right. And my other thing is being road warriors last season. The team were road warriors last season because of issues as far as with natural disasters that came through Daytona Beach. What would you want to tell your team this season, as if anything that happens like that, how do you want to keep their head level through situations like that?
Well, I mean, I can't predict the future. I don't know, really. I want to focus on the positives, and if something like that comes, we're going to get through it. I mean, these guys have been through a lot, and we're not making no excuses. We're not blaming no one. We're just keeping our head down and getting to work.
All right. And one last thing. It's going to be renewed excitement with you coming in as the new head coach of the program. How will it be as far as you returning back to your alma mater to lead the team that you once played for?
That's going to be, I mean, it's just a feeling that, you always think about, you dream about. I said, hey, if I ever get an opportunity to be a head coach, why not BCU? And I've always told myself that, and my dream came true, to be the head coach of my alma mater and giving back to the alma mater that once, shaped me and helped me be the person I am today.
All right. That's Coach Raymond Woody for Bethune-Cookman, and I'm your boy Doc Holiday. All right, thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, you have a good one.
You too.
Thank you, Coach Woody. Sorry about the tight squeeze.
No problem.
All right. Okay. Are we going to be able to fit 4 in here? It's going to be a tight squeeze, ain't
No,
it?
that way. It's not.
Huh?
I have to go wild ribs, but that means you got to start moving this out the way. This
I'm
out the way,
adjusting
that out the way. So
Are
I
you
would
gonna
say
be able to
3
fit
is okay. 4 is
Oh,
too
wait.
much.
Okay, let me just get that. Okay, everybody. We have a special guest for you.
What's
going on with it?
How you doing?
Andrew Biden.
Doc Holiday.
Jake Lee.
All right. Big fan of your mother.
Appreciate you.
Nah,
Everybody. Thanks,
nah, man.
everybody.
Yeah, your mom. Look, your mom.
You
is a
can
G.
start.
Thanks. For real. That's my dog.
All right,
My
man.
dog.
So, how you shoulder feel, man?
It's solid. It's solid.
It's
Working
solid?
back, yes, sir.
All right. And I know. Look, we all talked about this. We talked about this on my show. She talked about this on her show. One game away, and then all the issues happened with the shoulder and stuff. What could be that one thing that you could change to try to put Texas Southern back over that hump and get y'all to the West
So
Division
come here?
title? Yeah.
Really just finishing, because if you really think about it, if you think back earlier in the season, for real, if we handled our business in some of them other games, we wouldn't even have needed that game.
Mm-hmm.
So really just finishing before that. So finishing and just capitalizing every win that we got. When we up, we need to stay on their neck. When we down, we need to get on our and get back up.
All right. And you'll be in charge of the defense, man. Like I asked Coach McKinney, y'all opportunistic on defense. 17 takeaways, 17 interceptions, led FCS. What are you going to try to improve with a new defensive head coach coming, defensive coach coming in at every time?
Well, I just feel like we got to come in and build off last season momentum. Like you said, we led the FCS in takeaway, so we already got a little momentum going into the next season. So I feel like we just listen to our coaches, understand the game plan, understand the situations and things like that. Just go in the game and execute the game plan. I feel like we can just build off that momentum and even get more takeaways this year and be more optimistic.
Okay, now you good, man. Look, we can all get tongue-tied over here because I can do the same thing too, but no, it's all good. 58. Y'all started 58 players that was freshmen. Your freshman year. All of y'all juniors now.
Crazy.
What is the difference between your freshman year and now?
I'll just say overall in the whole class, really just the opportunity to have experience. Like coming into college and stuff, you really knew you got to get acclimated to a program, learn the playbook. Then you got to get to know your coach, how you got to play your part with your coach and stuff like that. So really just having that experience under your belt, being able to be 2 years into the strength program, getting stronger, you getting stronger mentally as well. So really just that experience under your belt going to give you dang near everything you need, because compared to coming in your freshman year and starting, you're a red shirt freshman. You got a whole year working out and a whole year learning the program to put into play now when you do get on that field. So I feel like that's going to help you tremendously.
All right. And what's the game that y'all like really eager to play right now?
The first game.
The first one. So
That first game, look, I watched that game. I was actually supposed to come down there because I live in Dallas. I was supposed to come down there. It was raining and 2-hour rain delay. By the time I would have came back to Dallas from Prairie View, it'd been like 3 in the morning. I'd have been asleep. But what are the things that you could change about that game from last season to this season?
We just come in with a better game plan, and come in more prepared, more physically ready and more mentally ready. Just execute. We just got it.
All right, man. Look, like I said, I've been hounding my boy Craig.
Thanks, my dog.
Your mother, like, look, I've been asking for the interview for the longest, but man, appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right, man. I'm gonna make sure I'll be down there for first game.
Sound good. Sound good.
What? I'll get it off right after this. My turn. Switch. All right, everybody. SheLovesThee, and I have here with me Andrew Body and Jacob Williams. Thank you guys for doing an interview.
Of course.
So, what do you guys think about SWAC Media Day? How's everything going?
This is my first time coming. It's a great experience so far. Blessed to be here with all these other teams, all these other guys. Big names. It's a great opportunity, great experience.
This is my second year. I really just love the networking side of it. You get to meet people from all over the SWAC. So literally, you going from Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, you know. So just being able to meet them people behind the scenes and behind the cameras is real nice.
That's good to hear. So actually, we are live on my podcast right now, and a lot of the fans are excited for this upcoming season. Which game are you guys most excited to play in for the next season? Like, which one is the game that you're most excited about?
This is gonna sound cliche, but we had just told DJ right here that we really just looking forward to the first one. Like, you can't get caught up like looking too much into the future, because if you overlook a game, that's how you lose a game. So really, just that first game, starting off with that Labor Day Classic, we're gonna set it up.
Yeah,
You agree?
piggyback what we said. Yeah, just basically, you know, the first game we got to go game at a time. You know, so I feel like that PV game, and then that's one of the most anticipated games anyway. So you know, just got to come ready.
And I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. I'm going to ask you guys one more question. Well, this one's specifically for Andrew Body. So this is your third year at Texas Southern. Do you feel like Coach McKinney and the coaches on the offense have done a good deal of recruiting, basically to build the offense so that you're able to have your best year? Do you feel like they added those key pieces that you needed at wide receiver and offensive lineman?
Yes, ma'am. I'll say that they for sure was heavy on some recruiting this past offseason, including the spring. We had brought in some O linemen, just really for depth purposes. Really, like, it wasn't that we just needed a certain position, but you know, you got to have depth, because if you got a guy coming in the game, you don't want to skip a heartbeat at all. So he for sure, him, Coach Wilson, because you know he's our recruiting coordinator. They really been heavy and harping on trying to get some guys in to have that depth, because I ain't gonna lie, like our running back room, our receiver room, and now our O-line room is deep in there. So it's like if a guy go down, we got somebody that's ready to step up.
It's good to hear. And then there's a fan question. They want to know what your personal goals are for the season. Like, is there a certain number of yards you want to throw, or how many touchdowns, rushing?
I'll just say it's to have a complete year. Finish off playing late in the year, and that's really all that matters. The accolades and yards and stuff like that gonna come with it.
And for you?
Yeah, like
Jacob,
the same. I have a few personal goals, but like you said, the accolades and things will come with it. We just come to play every game like we're supposed to. It's gonna the accolades, the stats, all that's gonna be there.
Thank you so much. And that's Andrew Body and Jacob Holmes from
Thank you so much.
Southern.
Thank y'all for having
Thank y'all for having.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Oh. Are they coming? Okay. Okay. Have them come this way, I guess. Oh my God. You want to go first? You come first. No, you go first.
So is this two people or one?
They're taking a picture. Oh my gosh. Hang on just a second, y'all. It looks like we're going back to back. So we're getting Prairie View, Ahmad Antoine, and Keyshawn Johnson. Ahmad and Keyshawn? All right. Good. How are you?
I'm good.
And thank you all for coming to answer some questions. My name is SheLovesThee. This is SheLovesThee podcast. We're actually live right now on our podcast. Yeah, so we're live and direct. I'm going to start with Ahmad. You are at the position of running back. What are your personal goals for this upcoming season?
My personal goals is I want to reach 1,000 yards. I want to have 10 plus touchdowns, at least 1,300 all-purpose yards, and the championship. I came short of 1,000 yards, about 300 last year to a season injury. I had 671, caught a concussion, and I was out the rest of the season. So I feel like I touched 1,000 this year.
Okay. Those are some good goals.
Yes, ma'am.
And you said that you had a concussion, but you're all good now
Yes,
and you're
ma'am.
ready for the
Full
season.
goal, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then, Keyshawn, can you talk a little bit about your goals for this upcoming season?
My goals for the upcoming season, I play linebacker, so 100 plus tackles. I'll probably say around that 25 to 30 TFLs. I have 5 sacks last year, so I think a good number to predict is like 8 to 10.
Mhm.
And I'm going for defensive player of the year.
Okay. Defensive player of the year. Y'all heard it first on She Loves Thee. Keyshawn Johnson said he's coming for that title. My next question is, so we just interviewed Texas Southern, and the first game of the season, they said that they're looking forward to that. Talk about that Texas Southern Prairie View rivalry, and what you look forward to as far as that game.
So for me, the game itself is gonna be intense. We know that, it's gonna be a lot of energy. That's what I'm looking forward to, the energy, and just looking forward to. I wouldn't really say get back because we've been beating on them, but the way the SWAC rankings looking at everything, we coming in with a chip on our shoulder. So we trying to come in and handle business.
The way I look at it as an opportunity to show what we've been working on. They also have an opportunity to show, but I feel like we have something special over here, and for all the disrespect that we've been getting, there'll be a time to it'd be like the first step of shutting everybody up.
Okay. And then my last question, because I don't want to hold you for very long, and Doc wants to ask you questions. Can you talk a little bit about the chemistry of your team, and the build-up in the locker room and behind the scenes? How does that camaraderie translate on the field?
Yes, sir. Team chemistry, we bring, especially for the offense, they have brought mostly everybody back with new additions at the running back, QB, and the receiver. And I feel like the O line, their chemistry is like airtight. They're always hanging around each other. You can tell by that on the field. We led the SWAC in rushing.
Mm-hmm.
And on the defensive side, my linebacker room, we're super tight, and it also translates. And then we have a lot of new additions at the DB, defensive tackle. So team chemistry is going to be essential for us, and that's when communication will come in place. We need to get our team chemistry.
Okay, that's great. Doc, you want to take? Okay, so we're getting ready to have Doc Holiday come, and so if you guys have any questions for Keyshawn or Ahmad, you can ask them in the chat, and then I'll follow up.
All right now, man. Man, we here now. We here. So as always, it's always the first game of the season against Texas Southern. What are your plans as far as how to basically stop Andrew Bobby?
Yeah, defense. Everybody, great dual threat. Have like great legs, make people miss an open field. When you have people like that or a quarterback like that, you have to swarm. So when he pull the ball down, most of the time he doesn't put it back up to throw against. When he put it down, everybody has to switch their mindset from a pass to run. So if you see 5 people, he'll slide. So things with everybody, he's right-handed, so when he's on the far left hash, he don't like throwing it all the way back to the far right because you need a certain type of like spin on the ball and like velocity to get it there. And I feel like that's like one of his weaknesses.
All right. All right. So I did an interview with a couple weeks ago with quarterback Trayvon Conley. What do you see in him as far as a leader as for the team, and what do you think his capabilities are as far as being a leader of the team?
Trayvon's leadership skills are that, he's our QB1, he's our starter. He does a great job of leading, making sure, everything's in order, and just as far as consistency and just being where we're supposed to be at on time and just doing the right things, doing the little things right. And I feel like that's going to carry a long way because even with him being quarterback, we still have to hold him accountable.
Mhm.
And we have a veteran group of O linemen that holds the whole team accountable. Without the O line, we don't really go in. That O line is they clicking. They got a lot of chemistry together.
So you went to the SWAC championship game in 21, and you were this close to going back again in last season. What are you going? What are y'all trying to fix up as far as not make that same mistake being left out of the party?
We just gotta execute. You know, every game that we did lose, even last year and the SWAC championship year, we lost by 7 points or less. I mean, we had 2 games where it was just whatever, but most of the time we beat ourselves, and that's what we're not trying to do this year. We're trying to finish every game and just stay on top of our opponent with our foot on their neck, not taking it off.
And as y'all see, man, look, they came in with the purple blazers on, man. They think they best dressed. Got the gold watch. They on one, man. So man, look, I thank y'all for coming on, man.
Yes,
and I
I just
surely
have one question.
Uh-oh.
It's from the chat. They asked, what are the keys to getting back to the SWAC championship?
Keys to get it back. I would say we just got to take it week by week and consistency and just finish every week. We can't overlook no opponent, and we can't beat ourselves. Like I said, I feel like that's where we go wrong. We always beat ourselves. I honestly feel like nobody in the SWAC could really compete with us. I mean, they could compete, but they can't really just do nothing to us that we, not expected we can handle it.
Right.
And to add to what Amar said, I think we got to trust each other. Like when you have certain responsibility, just execute your responsibility, and then trust what our coaches say. Right. If our coaches tell us, we hit that puller and knock it back inside, and trust your teammate gonna be there.
All right, as y'all see, if you don't see it on my hat, say it's Texas raised, and these boys Texas raised, Texas made.
I'm from the 214, Dallas Triple D.
I'm actually from Louisiana.
You from Louisiana? I can hear the voice, but you from what school you went to in Dallas?
Me and Trayson, high school class.
Oh man, y'all hurt my heart, dog. Y'all hurt my heart, man.
You suck.
Nah, see the hill Longhorn, dog.
My last couple years, we whooped them so bad.
Hey, dog, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. Wait a minute. Another thing, since you dug a bit, how you feel about Coach Sample getting that chip, man?
The Godfather himself. I'm happy for him, proud of him. It's been a long time coming. The curse is finally uplifted.
Oh, yeah.
Now that he got his first one, we probably give him 2 more before he hit him.
All right. Hey, y'all make sure y'all check them out. First game of the season. It is September the 3rd down at the Shell in Houston, Texas against Texas Southern. Man, I appreciate y'all coming out here. All right, now. I will make sure I make my way down there. Plus, I got a niece going down to Prairie View this year.
All right.
All right, now.
All right. Appreciate you.
Anytime. Hold on. You go ahead and get that.
Oh, email that to you. Okay. What do you guys think about the live interviews? We had interviews that are like recorded, but right now we're just kind of rocking it out with the live interviews. Let me know what y'all think of the live interviews. Anything that we can work on? Can y'all hear us good? Are you able to hear the students as well as us? Okay, it's finished. I'm getting ready to email it to you right now. We are getting ready to be coming directly from Doc's page. What time is it? Okay. I sent it. Yep, and we actually have Coach Bubba McDowell next. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully we'll be able to get Coach Maynard and Coach Eddie Robinson and Coach Simmons. That's it, right? Eddie Robinson, Coach Simmons, and Coach Maynard. That's only 3. Getting ready to do once again, y'all, this is exciting to be able to do this. I think we might have Coach up here. Why you don't go first? Lord have mercy.
Can I lose it? We good?
You're next.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hey, Queen, how you doing?
Good. I'm Timona from
Hey,
She Loves Thee
Timona.
podcast. We are live.
We are live.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good. I'm gonna just my little spiel. Okay. We have here the legendary. That's what it says right here. Legendary.
I like it.
Bubba McDowell. You played at the NFL for the Houston Oilers. Right?
Houston Oilers. Then went to Carolina Panthers. Yeah.
Oh, Charlotte, North Carolina.
2 years. Yeah.
I live like in the Greensboro area.
I love it.
You love North Carolina?
Ooh, I love it.
So Coach McDowell, you have a defensive mind.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the roster and how you filled in those key players that you're going to need next season to get to the SWAC championship?
Yeah, I mean, going into this season, we felt that we had to, the coaching staff felt that we had to do, even though we were pretty good defensive last year, but we lost a lot of guys. And I came from a program at the University of Miami where I played behind some great linemen, D linemen, and I was blessed to transition to the Oilers where I played behind some great D linemen there, and like I said, with Carolina as well. D line is probably one of the most important positions that I believe
trenches
that you have to have. So we went out, we loaded up there, got some guys coming in from JC's, transfers in, and we got a Villanova kid coming in. So we think we done our due diligence of getting these young men in that's going to come in and again just help us out, do what we need to do. Secondary wise, we do the secondary as well. I'm a secondary guy.
Yes, secondary.
And so what we did, we went out.
It's going to be a no-fly zone, right?
Exactly. Because and the reason why I say that, and I'm glad you mentioned it, because we got guys now that want to play football. Not only want to play football, wants to play man to man. And that's what I've been wanting and trying to do, but we just hadn't had the talent to do that. So saying that, we got kids, again, transfer portal, JC kids coming in, and that's going to help us out. And I wasn't at first not even big with the transfer portal. I was going to go more high school kids.
Okay. Let's talk about that. I'm going to actually segue to my second question because I'm asking you 3.
Yeah.
So I'm going to segue for you to emphasize some more on the transfer portal and learning how to navigate the new age of recruitment and how you're going to apply that to your advantage for your program.
Yeah, when you say advantage, it can be a good thing and a bad thing. Hopefully, always a good thing. The thing with the portal, we're now at a process where we're recruiting constantly, and I say recruiting constantly, meaning now, just say 2 or 3 of our kids who I've already experienced that have had all conference. Now they want to be bigger. Now I'm trying to replace them. So I have to continue to recruit not only my kids to stay, but recruit kids coming in from the transfer portal, be it Power 5 or lower FCS schools or just JC. So it is a constant recruiting process all over again. Try to keep your kids there, not letting them go to a bigger school, and to the trade-off again is getting the guys in that you think and should be able to help your team go to the next level. And again, that's all we're trying to do. We was there 2 years ago against Jackson under Coach Dooley. I thought we should have won. Last year, we in position 3 games, last 3 games to win. Won. You just had to win one.
Right,
You
right.
lost all three of them.
Yeah, that I know that was hard.
That was hard, and it was probably more harder for me to see it because I've been through it, a couple of times at Miami, the Jimmy Johnson, playing. We won one championship with them in '87, but having the chance to play for 4 other ones while I was there, came up short.
Right.
So to see that look on those young men's faces, especially against the Valley game, where we thought on the end that we could win this game, and we did not. As I always tell them, we got to play 4 quarters of football. We preach that all year long. We didn't do that. Alcorn, 2 years in a row, we lost in overtime. So how do we get those guys to transition into a season where we continue to play 4 quarters of football? I think we've done that with the crew, young men that we got coming in. And as I told coaches, one thing I value is coaches teaching these young men the game of football. We can teach them all day life. That's going to be a part of it. But again, it starts on the football field. We can continue to teach them, put them in position to make plays. We should be good. But again, we gotta teach the part of, hey, how well do you guys play together?
Right.
How well do you guys communicate?
Right.
For 4 quarters of football. And again, it's not just starting off with Texas Southern, which again, that's gonna be another big game. Hey guys, we got to be ready.
That was my last question was, which of the games this season do you most look forward to? I know that Texas Southern Prairie View get the claiming rights of Texas.
Yes.
So is that the biggest game?
It's always the biggest game for me because it's the first game. It's the conference game. And Coach McKinney always have those guys ready to go, no matter what the record is. As I tell guys, that particular school for some reason always give us. We always give each other issues. When we play each other. Again, and it's that team that comes out victorious is usually the team that end up playing at least 3.5 quarters of football.
Right.
That's the team that normally comes out on. We've been on that winning side last several years, but he always come on strong in the end. So being the first game, the SWAC conference game, and like I tell guys, they can either make or break us. So we got to think about, we got to go out and win this game, first off the bat. And then again, I think we do that, it sets tone to where we are, where we want to be at the end, by the end of the season or mid-season.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach McKinney. I'm going to see if Doc Holiday has a couple of questions for you. I'm going to bring him over here.
Coach McDowell?
Yeah, Coach McDowell. Sorry, excuse me.
It's okay.
Can you get him?
Doc!
Oh, you know him already?
No, we met.
Huh?
We met. Yeah, met earlier.
Thank you, Coach Bubba McDowell.
Thank you, lady.
We're going to do a switch.
Yes.
Okay.
How you doing?
Hey, man, how are you?
Man, finally get this interview, man. For all the Prairie View folks, let them know, hey, it's a new day down on the hill.
Yeah.
Y'all need to come out and support the team. Absolutely. That's the first thing I tell them. My aunt is a Prairie View alum. I got a niece that's going down there for this year. So it's always gonna be it's gonna be part of my family. Even though I'm a JSU Tiger, but
I got you.
But what are your expectations as far as offensive wise? We know that it more of a kind of like a triple option type offense. What do you feel you need Traylon to do more as far as to become a better quarterback?
Again, I think he's been doing that. We talked about it last year. We talked about it at the exit meeting. Again, just him being more in command, more commanding of his team. And I say his team because it is, as I told him, I don't know what quarterback is or team that the quarterback is not the guy. I need you to buy into that. I know he gets a little frustrated when guys don't listen. They're college kids. And for you to transition to the pro level, scouts going to want to see how well you communicate with your players. He's doing a lot better job of that this year. Watching him throw from the office on the field with the guys, the wide receivers, looks a whole lot better. And I know why he's looking better because again now he's taking ownership of it.
Right.
You know, he knows this is a big year for him. Not only just as a quarterback from PV, but you know, what is your aspiration of getting to that next level?
Right.
Because again, you have to be able to show those scouts when they come in, like, you know, when they put you on that board, what you're talking about.
Right. And I also, like I said, I interviewed him a couple weeks ago on my show, and he says this season is get back season. That's what he told me.
Get back.
Getting back on the dudes, on the teams that, you know, defeated them, and, you know, his main ones were Southern University, in which I know that left a sour taste in everybody's mouth. When it comes to that game, when it comes to that particular team, what are the things that you must improve on in order for you to actually come out victorious in that game?
It's 4 quarters of football. I mean, we talk about it all year, but we haven't done it. You know, it's been, you know, a quarter here, then we're off a quarter, then we're back on a quarter. It's that up and down, that seesaw, as we call it. You know, if they do what we ask them to do and what we know that they're capable of doing, and again, that's just about them, you know, taking ownership. You know, playing 4 quarters of football. You know, Alcorn 2 years in a row, overtime, we lose that game because 2 guys out of position. Valley, we go in because we take them for granted. You know, then, you know, didn't play 4 quarters of football. 3rd quarter, second half, we just went downhill. So they got to be able to understand, like, you know what, we've been there before. You know, how do we not go back there, and how do we get better going forward this year? And to me, the only way for them to do that, Trezon take over as a quarterback, putting everybody on the same page. I don't think we were there last year. I think that's why we lost the games that we lost last year, because we wasn't on the same page.
Okay. And my final question, what do you want to tell the fans, for the fans of Prairie View A&M? What do you want to tell them personally about this coming up season?
Well, first and foremost, I need you. We need you to come out, support us big time. You guys have been doing a great job. We only have 4 home games this year. And we need you guys to show up. We need to get both sides filled up. You know, I think one going, just not going, but in the past, you know, we haven't had as many student bodies out there as we would like. I want student body to come out, support us big time. You know, again, I don't care if it's a half or what, you know, or if it's first half or second half. We would love for you to stay the whole game. But I mean, I can't stress enough how much support if PV is there, alumni, student body, how much those players like that, and it just seems to make them play a whole lot better because they see that people are backing them, you know, being students and being alumni.
Right. And I've always say this is not the Prairie View of old. This is not the Prairie View of the 90s. This is a new Prairie View. Y'all need to go down there, check out the facilities. I say these are the best facilities in the SWAC by far. I don't think nobody else, hands down, has that right there. And Coach McDowell does have a good football team. He has a great football team. We just need people to go down there and see it.
Absolutely. You know, I really, again, I keep reiterating. It's good to see you guys in the stand, just like we saw you guys in the stand last year when we went to the Cotton Bowl. And guys turned around out and looked up there and they saw them PV fans. And then they looked at Grambling side and oh wow, it was like it was unbelievable.
Yeah, and let them know, man. Look, former NFL defensive back for the Houston Oilers. I guess I can't dress for the occasion. But I appreciate you, Coach McDowell, coming on to the show, man. Make sure check out the first game of the season down at the Shell Labor Day Classic against Texas Southern.
Thank you, Doc.
All right, man. You have a good one.
You too. Thanks, sir.
Well, I'm trying to get this thing set up over here so we can get going. I'm gonna do 115. Make sure everybody's tune in on both channels. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to both channels. Hmm? That's what I'm about to do.
I think I'm getting ready to bring over the commissioner. He right there talking.
Bring over the what?
Y'all ask the questions in the chat. I need specific questions for the commissioner if I bring him on. I'm not going to bring him on and just be over here looking crazy. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. I got the email.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna try to pull him in.
Look for the phone. Oh, that's it.
Hey, y'all. Here, let's do a poll.
Ooh, the polls are back.
The poll. Yeah, let's do a poll. Let's see. How do I do a poll? Where is that? Okay, there it goes. Is it McClellan?
Yeah.
We didn't. Coach Fred McNair left. What happened? Did you already talk to them? Okay. Well, I don't know if we're gonna get him. Who's the last? Okay, y'all. I'm getting ready to post a poll in the chat on who you think we should interview next. Actually, we actually have Coach Eddie Robinson coming. Let's see.
He said go to. Okay.
Oh, that's a good question, Mr. Campbell. I like that question. We are just an FYI on my channel. I will not be asking any questions related to Jackson State's previous head coach. Ask me another question to ask. Yeah. We not asking no petty questions with relation to our previous head coach at Jackson State. Anything else is fair game. Like if I said, who is actually SWAC? No, I'm just kidding. Let me go see if I can grab Commissioner McClellan for a sit down. Let me see. All right. Let me go see.
Okay. Because I was doing it for the longest on everything. That's what I was saying. And yeah. They are to cook the other hamburger patties.
We might try hopefully get them in here. But Alabama State's coming in here. I already talked to their SID, so Eddie Rock is going to come in here supposedly.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got
Said,
him.
what's up, Trey?
Yeah.
Who said what's up?
Hello, everybody. Next up, we got Commissioner McClellan. Did you set up the live? Okay. Can you? He's recording this. Every university has an SGA. I think where the questions need to start regarding student attendance at games. All right, let me tag that one. So we only have like 2 questions. Lord, not.
I just talked to him. We're going to try to get Connell and Eddie Robin here.
Okay, cool.
All right, let me go
So,
ahead and set this up.
yeah.
Nah, man, somebody delivered some food that we had Walmart delivered, and they delivered to the wrong house.
Oh, okay.
And so now the wife is on
Get Willie on here. Now, Mr. Carey, you are too messy. I'm not asking none of your questions. But we do have Commissioner McClellan coming up next. The questions that I see that I would be asking is maybe about the incorporation of social media and YouTubers, because I do think that especially in the last couple of years, we've definitely had a significant imprint on the promotion and the media of the SWAC and HBCUs. So I'll definitely ask that question. I think that's a good question. Oh Lord, meteorites, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna defer that typical question because I think let's see. Probably gonna cut it to probably 2 questions. Do you have questions you want to ask the commissioner?
The commissioner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we'll.
Yeah, we're gonna do the 2 questions. I know the commissioner is busy.
And also, if you guys would please share our live to this perspective social media groups that you're in. Let them know we got Coach Eddie Robinson, Coach. You say Coach Maynard? Coach Maynard. Ooh. And the commissioner coming up. We're rolling these interviews back to back to back. And we are grateful for you all coming into our live. Take it off of mine. Take it off of this one. I'm gonna just rock with remove. Yeah. I'm gonna just rock with the
link.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
And Doc is getting ready to also go live. So everybody, oh, I see what you're doing. We need to switch over. Can you put me back up there? We need to switch over before he comes. Or are you going to do it when Coach Maynard comes?
I do.
Okay, so around it's 1 o'clock here. Coach Maynard and Coach Eddie Robinson is actually on their way within the next 20 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and do the commissioner's interview on this particular live, and then me and Doc. So just put 120 on there for scheduling. So it'll. Yep, you did it right there, didn't you?
Yeah, I got it for 150.
Oh, okay. Coach will be, or excuse me. Sorry. At least I'm getting all these frazzles out before the actual interview. So we'll also be going live on SWAC HBCU Overdrive's page, and ain't God good? Ain't God good? No. So I want to say that this is very organized. I like the way it is. They have some amazing food outside. I don't know how much longer it's going to be out there. I feel like I should try to grab something to eat, but I don't want to miss an opportunity on interviewing the commissioner. Open question, let him talk. Who's a $2 preacher? Who's he talking about? Who said that? Somebody said something about a $2 preacher.
Not today, y'all. Not today. What's that?
ESPN.
Oh, yeah. They done.
This is absolutely not true because Mr. Campbell, before we could even go all the way live on Saturday Night Live, he was in full force. So that's not true. Go to the Saturday Night Live with HBCU Overdrive and Doc Holiday. Yes. Just a little update. Let's go ahead and look at did they release the SWAC preseason honors? I'm sure we're going to be talking about this on Saturday, or even we could probably do it tonight. We're going to have a show on just a recap show. Okay. And Eddie Robinson is in the room. So ask your questions that do not involve who is SWAC. Don't ask those questions. Musa is the preseason player of the year. Mr. Haynes want me to just be over here and starve. At least the food is free. Mr. Haynes, since you think I should miss lunch, you be sure to send me a cash app to pay for my lunch. Since you don't want me to stop talking, because they're gonna get ready to clean the plates up. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna share this real quick. This is before either Coach Robinson or the commissioner comes on. Look at these. These are did you have Kendra from the Orange Blossom Classic on? No. I didn't know that she was here. Okay. So these are the preseason all SWAC teams, individual winners, and predicted order of finish. Let's go through this real quick. I ain't gonna start no noise. Okay. That could be a question I can ask. Eddie Robinson is slated to finish third in the East. What does he think about that? Southern? Yo, Southern is slated to win out in the West?
That's a slap in the face. We need to talk about that today.
Not Southern.
Not tonight, but at the interviews.
Jeremy Musa as preseason offensive player of the year. Sundiata Anderson, preseason defensive player of the year. Dang, the only person we got on first team is in the offense is DJ Stevens. They straight disrespected Jackson State. That's Coach Eddie Robinson, Alabama State. Oh, it's probably his SID. They all have like someone that makes sure that they're getting their interviews and stuff. They straight disrespected Jackson State so bad. That's okay. That's okay. I am located in the room that only has, it's basically an empty room. It's right by the drinks. Ooh. She might be getting Willie Simmons. Coach Simmons. What kind of questions are you finna ask Coach Simmons? Mm-hmm.
Football related questions. Just ask them what they said. I'm gonna ask them one thing that would happen. What's going on? It's all gonna be football related.
I know Devontae Davis definitely should have been on there, but that's okay. He gonna knock the Sonic rings out that quarterback. That's okay. Who's that quarterback?
Who?
Devontae Davis gonna knock the Sonic rings out. That's okay. Underestimate us now. Oh Lord. Yes. So we might be getting a special guest on here aside from the commissioner. So make sure that you're sharing to all of the FAMU fans because I'm getting ready to do an interview with your coach. Oh wait, here's Coach Eddie Robinson. Huh?
I'm about to send this to Twitter so everybody can.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do his interview?
You do it first and then I'm gonna
That's him that let him get away. Oh, I got them. Commissioner. Let me remove this. Yes. Hi.
Hello.
We are live.
So you ready?
Yeah, I'm just on you.
Okay. All right.
Everybody, make sure that you're liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. I have the commissioner of the SWAC, Commissioner McClellan, and we are live. So I did have a couple of questions from the fan base, and one of them is moving forward with social media and the evolution of how media is disseminated in the media. How will the SWAC incorporate some like HBCU podcasters or people that are out in social media, how can you incorporate them into the SWAC?
Well, I think we've tried to be very strategic. You know, there's a lot of podcasters out there. There's a lot of social media entities that are out there. And I think we've tried to be strategic in how we approach that. The way that content is delivered now is a lot different than what it was in the past. So, but there are a lot of stringent rules, not only within the conference standpoint,
Correct.
but through NCAA and
Right.
several other entities. So we want to continue to try to embrace, but we have to do it within the confines. So I'm not quite sure if that answered your question, other than we want to continue to work with all of our partners.
Right.
But we have to do it in
Make
the
sure that
appropriate
you're
way.
correct. So making sure that basically the podcasters have a level of standard in order to be promoting the SWAC.
That is correct.
Okay. And so my second question for you, like it goes viral every 2 to 3 weeks. They talk about media rights. So with the SWAC and the eyes that we have on us now, the amount of impressions, like the Celebration Bowl with over 2 million views, and then we're getting ready to have the SWAC Media Challenge on ABC, and so basically we're getting all of these primetime slots for SWAC football.
Correct.
Can you talk about your vision for media rights with ESPN or HBCU Go, and where do you see that 2 to 3 years from now evolving?
Well, we're in a pretty good position. Our deal with HBCU Go was signed last year. It was a 10-year deal. We have the ability to look at it on a year-to-year basis and see if there's any adjustments that need to be made. Our ESPN deal is going to be up here within the next 2.5 years. So we'll look at, what opportunities we have there. But over 80 of our football games are on some form of television, whether that's digital or linear. That's the highest number that we've ever had. And we're tracking, hopefully within the next couple of years, to get all of our games on. We also are working with HBCU Go to be able to give them all of our Olympic sports. So they're advancing their platform. So we're going to invest in infrastructure at the schools where we get artificial intelligent cameras to be able to send the quality of video that needs to be sent to the school. So we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to enhance, and our media rights, at this point really has put SWAC at the forefront of all FCS institutions as far as revenue is concerned. So we've kind of broken some barriers in that regard. We're going to continue to do what's best for the conference. But, the membership is what drives that process. It's not the commissioner going out there and saying, you're going to play on this or you're going to play on that. All of that is voted upon by the membership. Our responsibility is to go out to get the opportunities. The conference will vote to see if that's something they want to be a part of. And if it is, we'll move forward with it.
Okay. And then the last question that I have, it's not football related. So we have Mr. Ford, and he is really, he is a fan of just HBCUs. And so he talks about the basketball tournament, the SWAC basketball tournament, and being able to promote that so that there's more fans that come in. I know that it said that if somebody wants to actually host that particular tournament, that they would actually have to bid on it. Can you talk about the possibility of possibly moving that to a location that's right there in the center of the SWAC so that everybody like Southern, whether it be at Southern or Jackson State, so that all of those prospective schools would be able to possibly go to some of those games? Is that a probability in like 2 to 3 years, I think?
Well, everything is a probability, but part of our lack of fan support is because we moved it around. We played the tournament in Jackson before. We played it in Dallas. We played it in Houston. We played it in Birmingham. We played it in Gulfport, Mississippi. So central location is not the reason why our fans show and don't show to our basketball tournament. From our research, part of the issue is that we moved it around so much, fans don't really have the opportunity to be able to put their base into the community, and the community doesn't have the opportunity to grow the game. If we are relying on our fans to show up to fill out the arena, then we will never have a full arena.
Mhm.
Ironically, our championship in Birmingham has continued to grow each and every year. Our basketball tournament probably had the most fans that it ever had, which was in the Toyota Center. We had about 8,000 to 9,000 fans, and that was because Prairie View and Texas Southern played.
Mm.
When those two teams didn't play and there was another team there was nobody.
Right.
And we can't rely upon, again, the matchups to be able to draw.
Right.
It has to be the community.
Right.
I would go a step further to say we almost went bankrupt by trying to place championships in cities because people said that this city was a good city.
Right.
Cities are going to have to invest in having our championship.
Right.
For Birmingham, the city of Birmingham has invested. We've already paid all of our bills and made money before we even open the doors.
Okay.
So when we open the doors, it is to embrace the fans. So when we move our championship, whether it's baseball or basketball or football or soccer, tennis, schools are going to have the opportunity to be able to enhance their experience. But the cities are going to have to invest into our schools. And that's going to be the precipice in which we choose cities and venues to be able to have our championships. It's not going to be based upon, there's not a party in Birmingham. It has to be an economic model there that's going to be able to support the schools and be able to support the tournament. And I would push back a little bit on that we don't have good fan participation. Our basketball tournament has outdrawn here in Birmingham in the last 2 years. On average, every basketball tournament except that 1 year in Houston. Now, it might not look like it, on TV because of certain TV angles. We're at the Bartow Arena where it holds like 8,000, but we've had over 4,500. And when you look at starting playing on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, when you add all of those numbers up, we've had the largest attendance in the last 2 years than we've had in quite some time.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. The fans.
And I keep everybody saying about BET. BET is owned, and I know that Tyler Perry is talking about buying BET, but that's not how television rights go. You just can't arbitrarily say, I'm going to go to BET. All of it is tied into a media rights deal. Those media rights, one, have to bid on it, and two, they're going to have to want it. Right now, our media rights is with HBCU Go, which is Allen Media Group, and ESPN. In order for us to do anything different, additional media rights will have to become available through one of two of those contracts. So it's just not an arbitrary go to BET.
And I have a question for you.
I'm turning over this way.
Doc Holiday, HBCU Overdrive.
Yes, sir.
All right. So it's always been talked about conference expansion. We brought in two teams, FAMU and Bethune-Cookman. It's always this one team that they want them in the SWAC. It's Tennessee State. What are your plans, if any, if you decide to expand the conference again?
Well, I would say that we are solid with 12. We have never approached an institution to join the Southwestern Athletic Conference in my tenure. Even when we brought in Bethune-Cookman and FAMU, they showed initial interest. I would say this, and I'm not pointing to any school in particular. If SWAC is going to expand, that institution is going to have to bring something to the SWAC. It cannot be they're joining SWAC and they're going to get benefit for us.
Right.
So regardless of what the brand is, we're going to have to evaluate that and see if they're going to bring value to the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Because right now there's tremendous value that SWAC brings. We bring large crowds. We bring sold out shows. We bring the band. We bring the pageantry. We bring fans to your city.
Right.
We help you generate economic value in your town.
Right.
And if you're not going to reciprocate that, then that's going to be an issue for us. At the same time, we don't want to expand our footprint so wide to where it's going to create an issue within our membership and our member institutions, right? So I said this last year, we don't want to be a conference that shines from sea to shining sea. We want our footprint to be who our base is. And we don't want to stretch our fans, our student athletes, because academics is going to be extremely important. So all of these things go into expansion. Right now, we have 12 solid. We have every major Division I institution from Texas to Florida. We are good. And if we are going to expand, that institution is going to have to bring as much to the table as they are going to receive from being a part of the other 12 that we have.
All right, that's all. That's the only question I have, Commissioner. And that's all I got right there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All right.
I gotta go live now. Yeah, we still live. We still live, Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I think we just have a couple more interviews and then we're done. I'm trying to get Coach McNair. And do you want some food? Because they're getting ready to move it. Okay. What do you guys think about that interview with Commissioner McClellan? He wasn't ducking no smoke. He was with it. He was addressing it head on. Is that? I'm getting ready to go get some food. I know that's kind of like unorthodox, but I already grabbed my plate. I just need to bring it in here. Oh, let me go see. I'm going to go. Are you set up yet? So we are going live on Doc's page. Can you send me the link? Oh, okay. Everyone, I'm getting ready to basically, did you put me back on there? Yep. Nope. I'll add myself. Let me end this poll. Uh-oh, everybody wants to see Coach Simmons, but Coach Simmons is gone. I saw him. So I'm glad that Commissioner McClellan was able to come on here and speak to us about, number one, the financials behind the scenes and why, for instance, we're in Birmingham, Alabama for the tournament. Okay. Did you send me the link? Okay. What I'm going to do for you guys is I'm getting ready to drop a link in the chat, and I want for everybody to basically we're switching gears a little bit. We're getting ready to basically have a joint format where both Doc and I will be streaming live from not only his computer but my computer. So I had started a live a couple of hours ago. So we're going to switch to like basically it's going to be a joint format, kind of like Saturday Night Live, and hopefully we're going to be able to get a couple more interviews in here, which is Coach Fred McNair and I don't know how this is gonna work.
All right. How's it going? How's it going? Let me hold on. There we go. We good. We are good. We are good. It's already. Um, I ain't gonna have any sound effects or nothing like that, so I'm very spoiled. Uh, and as always, I got my co-host, Saturday Night Live. She loves to eat, and we are at SWAC Media Day. So, um, if you haven't done that right now, make sure that you like this stream, make sure that you comment, share, and also subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get everything. HBCU Overdrive and SheLovesThee. And also, if you haven't done it yet, we are still taking connections. I was on connections. So everything goes back to the channel. Y'all know we don't do the big day show. I chose at night, so it's totally different from what everybody else is doing. So if you want to, I know everybody should just put live right now, but just in. So we can everybody that on the live third, y'all just come on over here and we just gonna rock out and have fun today. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all about this. Man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate everybody for rocking with us while we here. So, if you didn't see the commission, I would never thought that he would come and talk to us. I'm just, I never thought he was going to come talk to us, but the commission is, I just feel like the commission is cool, and he is basically on. He wants to make sure, he wants to see the conference players. He wants to see us be, he wants to have a presentable performance, be a dominant conference, and not just HBCU football, but all of FCS.
You think based off of the smirk he gave when we were talking about Mr. Ford? When I asked, Mr. Ford has been hounding me and Doc for months to ask that question.
Yeah.
So I couldn't leave without him being asked that question.
Right.
Based off of the smirk that he gave us, I'm thinking that he probably already knew. If you watching this.
Um, other than, oh, great. Oh, we ran it down with the opportunity to have